Salam alaikum, that is Egyptian for howdo, and welcome back to the channel. This is my family's last day at the Jaz Aquaviva. We're using this last day to go down to the beach. So I'm going now for a little bit of a stroll. So I thought I'd give you a little bit of a conclusion or sum up of how the holiday actually gone. Obviously, when you first arrive at a hotel, the expectations are high and you're obviously excited, and it's only after a few days there you see the nooks and crannies of the hotel and you can actually give a proper review of what the actual place is like. So I thought I'd do that just so you know you haven't got like a one-sided review of the hotel. So the Jaz Aquaviva, I don't think it's marketed as a 5-star resort. They do like to say that it's a 5-star resort. I've heard a few people say it's 5-star. Would I say it's a 5-star resort? If there's such thing as 4.5, then I think it's 4.5. It's definitely not 5-star. I've stayed at some 5-star resorts and they've been like out of this world. I mean, we stayed at the Rixos in Dubai, which was last May, and that was 5-star. You'd say that was a 5-star resort. Everything was out of this world, and you know there weren't any limitations on what you could do. Whereas at this one, there were quite a few limitations, like you can't, like the a la carte restaurants, you only use them once a week. So one time you're allowed to go to one of the nicer restaurants, otherwise you sort of have to go to the buffet style. That's one downside of it, I think. Although with my family, I think that's better suited because everyone likes different things. So my kids especially, and my wife, they prefer to go to the buffets, but it is nice to have that option to be able to go to the a la carte restaurants. The only a la carte restaurants that are actually in this hotel is the Egyptian one, which the name escapes me, and the Italian one, which is called Paprika. That's where we went last night. It was actually really nice. Had a good meal, very clean, very punctual. I think the kids' meals maybe could have been a little bit better. Other than that, though, it was good. It was good. Room-wise, can't complain about the rooms, quite reasonable size. We had 2 rooms, 2 interjoining rooms, because there was 5 of us. So there was myself, my wife, my mother-in-law, and 2 kids. So we shared a room with one of the kids, and mother-in-law shared a room with the other one. I think that if we would have come on our own, and there would have been 4 of us in one room, I think that would have been a little bit too cramped. Unless they give you a bigger room when there's a bigger family, I'm not sure. Because the place that they had for the kids was basically couches that pulled out as beds. We had like a double bed, and then there's near the front door, it's like a living room section of the room. That's where the kids would have been sleeping. But because we had the 2 rooms, one of the children stayed on the couch one night, and then another one had one of the what do they call them, the beds, twin beds. Had one of the twin beds, and my mother-in-law had the other twin bed. So that worked out quite good. But rooms wise, can't really fault it. I mean, I'm not one for spending too much time in the room anyway. We spent most of the day either around the pool or going down to the beach, where I'm going now. The room is just a place for us where we sleep and where we dump our stuff. Cleaning wise, cleaners can't fault them. They always want to do something for you and they want to go above and beyond, but it's because basically they want the tips, which you don't really mind doing if they're going that extra mile for you. Like they'll go and get your irons, they'll change your towels, your pool towels, so you don't have to go to like a pool towel guy in the mornings or anything like that. They'll just bring it to you, and then in the room clean it to a good standard, and they leave little towel animals on your bed and hung up pretty much every day. So if you like that sort of stuff, then you're going to get loads of crazy little animals, towel animals, which I'll probably put pictures of on this video so you can have a look-see. Where to next? Let's talk about pools. There's quite a few pools around it. The Jaz Aquaviva, as the name probably suggests, Aquaviva probably means something like water party or something like that. It's that's where the water park is. So there's loads of slides for all the children to get on, and there's a few pools as well. Some of them are warm, some of them are just normal temperature. In these sort of winter months, although it's warm in the day, it's cold at night, so the pools can be very cold. So it's a good job that some of them are warm, otherwise you wouldn't want to get in them. They're like what they call ice baths, plunge pools if you get in them. You know, obviously you get used to it, but still not ideal, is it? But pools wise, yeah, there's lots of lifeguards knocking around, sweeping up all day and looking after the kids, and they're really on the ball with it. Actually, if a kid jumps in the pool or dives in the pool, they get whistle shouted at, you know, woo hoo, woo hoo, don't do that kind of thing. And if any adults are drinking in the pool, that's frowned upon as well. So they're quite on the ball with it. And the lifeguards kind of couple up as the maintenance for the sunbeds and things like that. They couple up with the maintenance for the sunbeds. So if you want a decent sunbed in the morning and you can't be bothered putting all your stuff out, just leave it with one of the lifeguards who you become pretty pally with, and just give them a bit of a tip. I think I was giving him about €5 to sort my bed out for me. And they look after the kids a little bit as well. They look after the kids a bit more as well. I think they keep an eye on the kids a bit better. I think that might be a lie, but you seem to feel a bit more like they're looking over you a bit throughout the day. And then the same with the waiters that come round, so they'll treat you better the more you tip, obviously. But yeah, maybe a couple of quid every time they bring you a drink. Service can be quite slow, unfortunately. I don't know whether that's like some kind of policy they've got at the hotel to make sure that nobody's getting absolutely smashed, because I didn't really see anyone smashed on this holiday. So they'll keep you lubricated, but I've noticed it's a lot slower than if you go to, I don't know, Turkey or Spain or whatever. So maybe that's sort of done on purpose so that you don't drink too much. But I don't mind that, to be honest with you. You're here for a family holiday, you don't want loads of bladdered muppets walking around, do you? Especially if you're with the kids. So we enjoyed that bit. We enjoyed the pools generally. With regard to like activities throughout the day, I wouldn't say it's like massively activity driven, but we certainly didn't see it. They'd come round like once a day and ask, did you want to play darts, or did you want to play volleyball or something like that. But I just thought that the interaction was a bit poor, especially bearing in mind it is a kids resort. You would have thought it would have been a little bit better, like more interactive. But you know, we come over Christmas and New Year, so there's a lot going on. So maybe like the hands that are usually on deck are all doing different things, and you know, we didn't really feel that left out by it all. So swings and roundabouts, really. Nighttime entertainment, I think this is where the hotel really lets itself down. They tried, but it just wasn't amazing. And the place where they have the entertainment was in the bar. There's a really small area, so I don't know whether it's because the New Year's Eve was done in a marquee where they normally do the entertainment. I don't know, because I've not been here before. But yeah, it was just drab. You know what I mean? No excitement, no getting everyone up. Even the kids club thing was a bit poor. But to be honest with you, we was knackered from the days. We do most during the day, like going to the beach and going to the pool and things like that. So usually it's just sort of an afterthought. But I have been to places previously where you just can't help but get involved. Like I've been to Jamaica before, and I think it was called what was it called? Lady Hamilton it was called. And that had the best entertainment I've ever seen in my life. Like it was literally pumping every night and getting everyone involved. The entertainment that they had on the stage was like musical standard. It was great. And obviously they had a Michael Jackson show, and everyone loves a Michael Jackson show on holiday. But yeah, here, yeah, the entertainment wasn't amazing. I mean, just little things like a quiz. Get a quiz going on, or a bingo, maybe bingo. There's something to break it up a little bit. It was just like, here's a dancer, right? Here's two people singing. You know, decent, but was it family? It's more like, I've been to places which are like adults only, and they just have like, yeah, a bit of tiny little bit of entertainment, bit chill, bit relaxed. Maybe, yeah. I've heard like the disco at night seems to be pumping, but it seems to be rowdy, so you don't want the kids around that kind of rowdiness, especially later on. I'd have preferred like more kids disco, with it being a kids or more family place. Like I preferred the kids disco to be a bit more where it's at, and then less on the later at night thing. But yeah, I mean, they're a hotel resort, the Jazz, they know what they're doing. They probably tried and errored lots of things, and this is where they've landed. So what do I know? What do I know? That's just our preference. What else? Food generally, it's all right. You know, snack bars all over the shop. You know, there's burgers and hot dogs and pizzas and things going on all day, and it's quite good standard, really. Quite quick. Other bits and bobs that you can get for yourself, like the kids can go and get drinks when they want. Like these pop machines and juice machines and water, and you can get coffee as and when you want it. From 10 o'clock till 5 o'clock, I think one of the snack bars is open. Anyway, I'm not sure about all of them, but certainly the main snack bar, that's open from 10, where they do sort of like a breakfast day, and then at 12 it turns into more snack bar kind of food, ice creams and whatnots. So if you just want munch throughout the day, then yeah, good. When you go out for breakfast, when it comes to like Turkey and Morocco and Egypt and a lot of the Muslim countries, they don't really do breakfast that good. It's all cheese and cold meats, and I mean, the egg station was all right, where you can get an omelette and everything, but it's hammered. What else? Yeah, it just seems a bit not up to standard, I'd say, with regards to the breakfast. Lunch, however, lunch and dinner, brilliant in the buffet. If you like plenty of grilled meats, you like meat, and you like rice, and you like vegetables, and you like trying new things, like Egyptian cuisines, then you'll love it. Like good standard. There's always some fresh meat on the grill, or there's always all different types of meat, so you're not gonna go without. I certainly enjoyed it anyway. My kids and my wife, they're awkward. Like they're not the best eaters in the world. Don't like trying new things. So because of their kind of diet, or the kind of things they like. It wasn't great for them, but nowhere ever is great for them. They usually find something that they like. But certainly one of my kids, like, no matter where we go, we could go, as I say, we went to the Rixos, and he still ate chips and plain pasta every day. Chips and plain pasta, no sauces, no nothing, and he'd just live off that, on maybe chicken nuggets if he liked the chicken nuggets. The other kid, he's like me, he'll eat anything, so he finds it fun. My wife, she kind of likes soups, and if she can't find soup that she likes, then obviously her day's ruined. But she found a couple of soups that she liked, but she didn't really do seafood or cheese or anything normal, so it was difficult for her, but it always is. So we never really judge the food on what Mrs DubYa thinks about everything, or thinks about the food, because she'd be unhappy. She wouldn't be able to find something in pretty much everywhere she goes, so no problem there. I say lunch, dinner, fine. Loads of cakes, loads of whatnots. We went to Hurghada. Still haven't been able to pronounce the place. We went to Hurghada Marina one night. That was good. See, it's quite a safe area, that. There's a few bars and restaurants up there and shops where you feel pretty safe. But Hurghada is lively, let's say, and maybe not the sort of place you want to be dragging your kids around at night. If you're more adventurous, then it'd be great, but you are going to get hassled like big time, and you're gonna, if you want to do that kind of shopping, you want to go in and, you know, find deals, then that's the place for you. And you know, but it is going to be a lot more what can we say? It's going to be a lot more live. Let's just leave it lively. It's bustling, there's no doubt about it. You'd easily get lost. But the marina is very safe. We had to get a minibus from the hotel, because it's quite far away from Hurghada, really. Minibus from the hotel to the marina. It was £45, and it's like 40 minutes there and 40 minutes back. So it's a trek, you know. It's quite a distance. It's not just down the road. But so we had a good night. It was something different. It broke up the sort of usual routines of having to do the same things every night. So we enjoyed that. We just had a meal down at the marina, had a bit of a walk through the shops and everything. So it's not as hassly as the town centre, so you can probably still do your haggling and everything, but it's more set prices, I think, because I think the shops pay you know, additional to be on the marina, because it's like posh, I'd say. Across this road, see the road all the way down, there's no path or anything, so if you're walking down to the beach, you're walking on this sand all the way down. Basically, the reason I'm walking down is because the bus doesn't start till, I think it's 7:45, so I just wanted to get out a bit earlier, get some cool beds for our last day at the beach, and then the wife and the kids and the mother-in-law are going to come meet us in a bit. But it's not a long walk, and I quite like going for a bit of a stroll anyway, work off some of the holiday timber. Alright, here we go. This is where I stand on a scorpion or a snake or some shit. Let's have a look. Let's go. There we go. Successful. Yes. People. Like, our interactions generally have been really cool, but it's always with the hotel staff and the people who are in the resort. So, generally quite cool. The only person who've really had a crazy reaction with is one of the shop owners down at the beach. was a bit of a dick, to be honest with you. Like, he wanted to sell me some flip-flops, and so it was a shop that wasn't, I won't like name and shame the shop because he might have just been having a bad day, but yeah, he wanted to sell me some flip-flops. And I went in, and obviously I just said I want cheap flip-flops because my flip-flops broke at the beach. Yes, come inside, la, 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 la. Egyptian hospitality, tried making us a brew and everything, but I was just in a bit of a rush. So he went out, his mate went out, and he come back with these flip-flops. Fake snide Lee jeans flip-flops. And yeah, he wanted 30 quid for him, like 30 English pounds. I was like, what? Are you taking the mick? Like, and then I was like, you know, I could probably get these flip-flops. Bear in mind they're fake. I could probably get them for a £5. Easy. Oh, that insulted him big time. So took the right and started like giving us a load of shit in Egyptian. You don't really want to be intimidating tourists, do you? Especially if you're in a tourist area. So we didn't really, that's the only poor interaction we've had with people though. Say maybe he's having a bad day or what, but you know, I tried to negotiate with him, or tried to even calm him down a little bit, and yeah, so just be careful, really. I suppose you're going to get, but I'd expected a bit more of negotiation from him, really. But I just wanted crazy amounts of money for a pair of flip-flops, and I ended up going like next door. I got these Skechers. I think they're like a snide Skechers, I don't know, but yeah, I got them for a £5 so, you know. Basically, he was just maybe he was in a bad mood, I don't know. What else? A lot of men that work here, not many women. If you're a feminist, you're not going to love it because men do everything, like even the maids, and I think there's very few women who work in our hotel. So if you're a feminist and you believe in women's power, you might not like it. I don't know, but yeah, there's a lot of men who work in every kind of role. Seen some women in the entertainment actually working with the kids, but everything else, yeah, your only interaction is going to be with geezers. Let's get back onto the hotel. Water slides are great. You know, it's not busy at all. I can imagine the summer is busy. We're here over Christmas and New Year, so it's cold at night and it's cold in the morning, but in the day it's like 25 degrees. So this, you know, perfect weather really if you don't want to be too hot. And yeah, the water slides, amazing. You can get on them whenever you want. No queues really. The lifeguard seems to be on it and safe, and they chat to the kids and, you know, look after them, and you feel quite safe letting them run around for like half an hour on their own or whatever, knowing that they're going to be perfectly fine. It's all enclosed, and just tell them where to go and what not to do, basically, just as normal. Resort's not massive, so you feel quite safe letting the kids run around quite out in the sticks, and it's all the whole of the resort. So all this and what I've just been walking down there, this is all made for tourists. It's like security on each of the gates, so the only people who are coming in here are people who are working or people who are going out on excursions. So yeah, safe walking around here. We haven't heard of any kids going missing anyway, so it's quite safe to let them go and get an ice cream on their own or run around. And as I say, loads of lifeguards knocking around, so around the pool should be fine. Wildlife, to be honest, I'm not seeing anything. maybe a couple of cats and crows. Like rooks, I don't know what they are. They look, I've seen them before on hieroglyphics. Like a cross between a magpie and a crow, I'd say. Maybe a bit bigger. Well, yeah, I've not seen any wildlife really. I was expecting to see scarabs and scorpions and snakes and lizards and whatnot, but you just see like sparrows and crows. Maybe it's the time of year, I don't know. Say it's cold at night. No mosquitoes. I've not been bit. I'm usually the one who gets bit a few times, not crazy amounts, but I've not been bit off any mosquitoes. Again, might be the time of the year, might be lucky. A few flies landing on you in the day, but not bitey ones. Yeah, so if you're into wildlife, you're not going to see much in the winter, I wouldn't say. Maybe, oh, camels. See camels. There's camels up and down the beach. I've had a camel ride. And how much did that cost? Up and down the beach, I think it was €15. Probably could have gotten down, but I think I was a bit tipsy that day and just wanted to go on a camel. So yeah, you can go on camels and things like that. Horse riding seems to be a big thing over here in the deserts. Quadding and dune buggying. You're into that? I'll go down this way, I think. Hopefully I can get down. Quadding and dune buggying, you can do that. Not, I didn't inquire about the price. Trips wise, we didn't go on any trips either really. We just came for a relax. We were going to do one of the boat rides, but the days are a bit intermittent, and the day that we wanted to do it, they didn't do the boat ride. We wanted to do the pirate ship. But you can go somewhere every day if you wanted to go out. I don't think they're crazy expensive either. Quite normal prices. Even if you go through your tour rep, who we've come with, it's still quite reasonable. Money wise, you can get hold of their money, but you have to do it through the machines, and the machines are very hit and miss. What would I do if I came again? Either euros or dollars I'd use. You know, dollar bills for tipping. Because when you do get their money, they give it you in 200s. And 200 as of today, I'd say is about maybe about nearly £3, I'd say. So if you don't want to be tipping £3 every time, do you? And nobody's got any change. So yeah, I'd maybe, if you want to bring a working currency, it's easy to manage with your tips, dollar bills, I'd say. Or just bring your pounds. Like I've been giving people euro coins, and I said they don't care as long as it's money, you know. It's kind of a tip environment, so you get better service the more you tip. I just think spreading a bit of joy means nothing to you, does it? And means like a lot to them. And you do get better service and a quicker service, I think. But each to their own, and you do what you want. So we've walked in one long direction up to now, right to the end, and then you come to this roundabout near where the Travco place is, and then you turn left and go down there to where the beach is. Each hotel's got their specific beach, so I'll show you where when we get to it. But this is like the main hotelier area for all the Jazz hotels. I've seen some toury blue ones down here as well. So if you want to be closer to the beach, then this part is your, and you want to stay at a Jazz hotel, then this part is probably your best bet. But if you want water slides and stuff, then the one we're staying, or you want to go to them every day, then the one we're staying at is probably the best bet. But I think these get free entrance to the water park anyway, so they just come up for the day on the bus. And yeah, I think you can still take advantage of your all-inclusive. Certainly when we come down to the beach, there's a shack which we can use, where you can get soft drinks and water and juices, lager, but no spirits. So you can't have any like hard alcohol. We can get beer, you want beer, or you can bring your own down. Go to a shop and get some thing if you want to spice up your Coca-Cola or whatnot. But there's good the food shack, have shawarmas, pizzas, burgers, fruit, chips, all that sort of stuff. So if you want, so you're gonna get fed down there using your the same all-inclusive thing. So easy for that. This over there, this would have been one of the but it's taking it down now. So that would have been one of the places where they had the New Year's Eve entertainment. So this is taking down the big gazebo now. We had one in our resort. It was a bit smaller than that one, right? But yeah, Christmas, we didn't stay for Christmas. We came on the 28th. So we missed Christmas. We was here for the New Year. I believe Christmas was great. You know, you'd thought that it might have been a bit downplayed because it's not a Christian country, but they did everything and went out of the way for people on Christmas. And New Year's Eve was spectacular. It was great. The food was amazing. The entertainment was great. Obviously everyone was knackered because you're up all day, aren't you? But it was great. The only downside I'd say is that the party, the whistles, can't remember the name of them. I think I've been over that. And they give them the kids too early, so everyone was deaf by 8 o'clock. But other than that, it was amazing. Let's see it. These are some of the shops that you can go in. These are the first ones I've come to. There's quite a few down here. There's like a bit of a courtyard. All the like samey shop wise. There's a pharmacy, clinics, trinkets, oils, slide stuff, you know, like skedders, and if you're into like dodgy watches and whatnot, and that's down here, and trainers, and seems to be a big thing at the moment. See, I'm a sneakerhead, so it offends me when I see fake trainers. So you go in and you can tell straight away the fake, or I can. And if you're getting them for the kids, then they grow so quick and you ruin them so quick, you might as well. If you want to save yourself a bit of cash and still look like you're in the latest sneaks, then yeah, it's for you. I've seen jewelry shops, but I've not been in to sort of see if it's much cheaper. It says they do 18 karat gold. So if you can get a deal there, then and you want to get engagement rings or wedding rings or any kind of special memento, then yeah, I'm sure you can pick up a decent price. But salam.
Hello, salam.
Here we are, coming up to sort of like the main part of the. So all I've done is gone right down that road. So come out the hotel, turn left, straight road to the end. You come to a roundabout and then turned left again. This is where we are. It's like a shopping centre area where there's a few different of the hotels. So Tui Blue and these jazz ones. That's what artist says. Jazz Aquaviva. I think that's how you pronounce it. As you might be able to tell, I'm not very good on pronunciations. One's left. Just checked my just checked the GoPro, and I've got 5 minutes left to wrap up. So try and step up the pace a bit so I can get all the way down to the beach for you. But yeah, you can get your perfumes. So I'll wrap up what I think the holiday was. I'll mark it out at 10. I've never had a perfect holiday, but nowhere's ever getting a 10. Closest to 10 we've ever had is the Lady Hamilton, which I've told you about before, and maybe the Rixos, which I'd give maybe an 8.5. This one, I'd give it a 7. Loads for the kids to do. Kids haven't been bored. Loads of pools and things. Salam. Loads of things for the kids to do. So they've been happy. And if they're happy, then I'm happy. Say the only way he gets let down, it's not the food. In fact, I'll go into the drinks. I'll just sum up this bit and I'll tell you about the drinks. So it's not the food, it's the nighttime entertainment which lets it down. Could be better. Just could be more fun for the kids. Drinks wise, right, the lager. It's alright to drink, but it doesn't get you very drunk. I'd say that it's maybe 3% or something, if not 0. Because I've had days where I've been drinking it all day and not felt any kind of effect, apart from the effect on your belly. So a lot of the calories, not much of the fun. The spirits are terrible. Like, there's only one cocktail we've found, and which we quite like. It's kind of like a sangria kind of drink, which is quite nice and refreshing. I'll put the name of it below. It's called like Macadari or something like that. Everyone, it's a local drink. Everyone knows what it is. So if you go in anywhere, I'd ask for that. And if you want a bit stronger, then ask it for it strong. But yeah, if you ask for like vodka and coke or like a rum, so they can't quite get it right. I don't know whether it's just the sauce thing, whether it's the vodka that's bad or the rum. But, and the cocktails aren't very good. When you ask for something, don't expect to get it. So if you ask for like a pina colada, you're gonna get, I don't know what you're gonna get. Okay, milk with vodka in it. But yeah, it doesn't taste like a pina colada. Sex on the beach, can you get that wrong? Well, it does come wrong. So don't expect your drinks to be fantastic. Oh, apart from maybe espresso martini. See a lot of people drinking them, but you can't really get martini and coffee wrong, can you? So, but at the other cocktails, maybe you'll have better luck if you come, but I'd stick to the as I say, I'll put the name of it below so you can see it. I'll have to ask the wife what it's called. But yeah, if you want to stick to something that's quite refreshing and nice and tastes quite strong, then that's your one. Pepsi it is, so no Coca-Cola. On Coca-Cola you have to buy some in the shop. I don't really do Pepsi, so yeah, I wish it was Coke, but beggars can't be choosers, can they? Right, here we are. This is our entrance to the beach. I'll take you down. So yeah, as I say, come out of the hotel, turn left, straight to the bottom, roundabout, turn left, down, so you see this sign where those cash machines are, and that's the bus stop that the beach bus stays at. And then you come down here, and then you're on the way to the beach. So it's one long thing. There we are, just changed the memory card. So when I left you, we was going down to the beach. Here we are. So you go through these quite nice gardeny things. Ooh, right. I think time, let's do a time check. So it's 8 o'clock and it's heating up now. I'd say it was maybe just approaching 20. I wouldn't like to do that walk in the summer because I'm pretty certain it can get to about 50 degrees. So even at 7 o'clock in the morning, you're going to be competing with 20-degree weather. So just bear that in mind. Bring yourself a drink if you're going to come down and do the little walk. So bring yourself a drink. It's been fine today. I've not brought myself a drink, but could have done with one. But yeah, in the summer it's going to be 40 degrees even at 9 o'clock. So if you are going to do that walk, beware. That's all I'm going to say. Maybe it's best to get the bus. But certainly for this time of year, walk's really nice. But yeah, say you need to get some of that holiday weight off you. Walk some of the burgers and the kebabs and the beer off you. Here we are, coming up to the home straight now. And as you can see, there is the Red Sea. This is one of the TUI blue ones, so I can't use that one. So I'm Jaz Aquaviva. So my one is around the corner here, where it says food court there. And as I say, in there you can get your beer, your soft drinks, water, juices, food. We can do breakfast at about 10. And yeah, a bit of shade as well. You want some shade? Here's the beach. Look at that wave. Where's that come from? That random wave in the middle. Oh, there's one over there as well. It's a bit choppier today than it has been. As you can see, nobody here. 8 o'clock in the morning. We'll go a bit further over here on the front for our last day. Soaking up the rays. I don't know about you, but the last day is always really stressful for me. I hate all the, well, even coming. I hate all the coming and the going. I like it in the middle when I'm kind of relaxed a little bit. But yeah, here we are at the wonderful Green Beach. Where, oh, that might come in handy actually. The mother-in-law's with us and she's got age issues. She broke her ribs and she broke her shoulder a few months ago, so she wants to be comfortable. So I'll get these 5 here. You get a windbreaker as well. I'll use these. This is going to be our view for the day. Sun is just coming up. There it is. There's Ra, the sun god. And here's the water. It doesn't really get very busy like throughout the day, so it's quite chilled out. Not lots of people. There's still people coming up and down trying to sell you stuff, but it's not as crazy as some of the places we've been to. Like Dominican Republic, that's a ball. Like, you know, it looks beautiful, but you can't relax at all because someone's always trying to sell you something which is you don't really want on a beach. Here, do you want this statue of this like African goddess that's 8 feet long and you can't get any luggage? Like, no thanks mate, you're alright. Here it's just camel rides, so the camel takes you up and down here, and you might get some guys asking whether you want to go on bigger camel rides or if you want to go on the quads or the dune buggies or anything like that. I think that's it for today. Hope you've enjoyed this walk and talk and sum up of the Jaz Aquaviva Hotel. If I've not said anything, then ask me below and I'll answer any questions. Happy to help, and I'll be very honest. Say it's been a 7 out of 10 holiday. The only thing that lets it down for me is the entertainment and maybe the drinks. Maybe the drinks I found, but Other than that, I had a good time. Can't fault the sun, especially in the winter. Well, it's -5 at home. So, yeah, I hope you had a good walk and talk with me. If you like what you see, then give us a follow and a like. And we'll do some more of these if you want. We do go on holiday quite a bit, and we go on adventures as a family. But from the lovely, beautiful Red Sea in Hurghada in Egypt. Take care.